Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got our tea and we're back for the third episode of my new series where I talk to you about becoming a solo entrepreneur and how I'm building out a new product called OVLY. I'll actually be following up this video with another one in the next couple of days where I actually start finally showing you the product, doing a little walkthrough so we can start to see what it is and you can start to see what we've been building. And so the topic I actually want to talk about first this week is in relation to the video I posted on the YouTube Shorts. If you watched it, you would have seen it was me at a pizza van saying that I bought a pizza van. I didn't buy a pizza van. That is actually my neighbour's pizza van, really good friend who started up his pizza van. I can't remember how long ago now, probably about mid last year. And he just needed help on the weekend at one of the events he was doing. I just needed to serve pizzas, so I thought I'll go and help. Which kind of brings me to the first topic I was going to talk about this week, which is helping your friends and family out when, you know, they are starting out on a new venture or a new idea. And I think it can go a really long way. I've started off a few things over the years, whether that's a charity that I was doing for a little while. I also done kids books, publishing, comics, that kind of stuff. I've tried various things over the years and I've always been surprised the amount of help and support, even if that's financial or non-financial, that your friends and family are willing to put your way. And I think it can never be underestimated that if you have family and friends that are starting out on something, you know, helping them out. So if, for example, they've got a pizza van, go and buy a pizza a couple times a month or once a month. They've got a brownie stand, go and buy a brownie. I love brownies, by the way. Go and buy a brownie. Or, you know, just do what you can where you can, even if that's like me, I'm a developer by trade. So if I have friends that are building stuff or doing stuff, I'll try and help where I can with my time by just giving like a little website update or helping with some SEO, things like that. I find putting stuff out into the world really helps the world bringing stuff back to you, and when you do need it, they're going to come and help you too. So yeah, if someone asks you to work in a pizza van for a couple of hours, go and help out. It's slower week than the first week. First week, obviously, with the announcement of everything, it was like 100 miles an hour, trying to meet new people, trying to get stuff going. Obviously, I've been working with a client now, so I'm having to juggle the time between a client and OVLY. So, you know, I need the necessity of having clients at the moment is so that I can fund the long-term work of building OVLY until OVLY is launched and sustaining itself. And I want to get OVLY in a place where people start using it and putting billing into it in the next month. So hopefully by the end of June, maybe mid-July, we can have people starting to pay to use the product. But in the meantime, I'm going to open it up to friends and family and people like you who are watching this. If you want to come and use the tool and give me some feedback, let me know by reaching out in the comments or emailing us, and we'll try and get you onboarded. Also, if you are someone that works with large data set, it'd be great to hear your use cases so that we can try and work some proof of concepts using our tool to show you. I've just done that with a couple of other clients this week to see if we can use the tool for their needs. One of the other things I've been doing this week is I went into town to find a co-working space. I have ADHD, so I have an office in my house. I'm lucky enough to have an office space in my house, but it is also filled with all of my crazy hobbies and collections of random things, and it can be quite overwhelming stimulation-wise in that room. So I've gone into town to find a little co-working space that, you know, is very cheap. It's just a desk that I can put a monitor on, and then that gives me the ability to go into a space, really sit down and focus with no distractions, which is really good when I'm trying to get through a lot of the OVLY work, because I need to just sit there, focus, get into my coding zone, put my headphones on, just really focus on working on the tool. And the second benefit of that is it's just around the corner from the gym that I go to. So by doing this, it also encourages me to have a better balance in being away from the house, working on the health side of things with the fitness, but also having a focus space and then coming back into the home. Because the other thing as well is, because of the way I am, I can basically never stop working. I could just sit in that room all day and focus and work. So having somewhere to have to go and walk to, because it's in walking distance, and have the gym there, it's just going to force me to get out and do more activities outside the house. Now, I do have a dog, and we do walk the dog, obviously, but it's just more, and it's better for the mind. I can go and listen to a podcast on the way. So yeah, just to summarize this week and to keep this video as short as possible, is just this week has been more focused on just the balance, like getting it right in terms of how much to spend on the clients versus how much to spend on OVLY versus how much to spend on the personal space and growth and development, and how much space to spend with the family. So it's a game that I'm sure all new entrepreneurs and self-employed solo people have to battle every day. Is like, you go from working 9 to 5 for someone else to go and working 24 hours for yourself. So you can't work 24 hours, it's impossible. So if you have tips and tricks and what you're doing in that space, then let me know in the comments below. I'd really be interested to know. But yeah, I want to keep this video short. I've got some other good topics that I want to talk about next week. And we're going to a convention. We're going to Lead Dev, actually. We've got some last minute tickets, so we're going to be going there. So it'd be good to tell you my thoughts of what I observed and learnt at that. Just from the talks and the stands and things around. So make sure you like and subscribe to the video, and I really appreciate all the comments and conversations that come from doing these videos, and I want to keep them going. So yeah, enjoy your tea, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye.